worth it for you? Staying up that late?
I'm still kind of...
Spending a night on the couch with me, was it worth it?
I loved every moment of that now.
Of
the two of us together on the couch. It was, you know, sharing popcorn together. You know, you were there during some pretty horrific moments.
Can you put butter on the popcorn next time, actually? I'm going to ask you that.
I said it to Nuala, and I told her, you know, that was a requirement, but she, you know...
She what?
I am on that, and she will be notified.
Please, please.
Yeah.
So how's the show for you?
The show's unbelievable.
It's absolutely, it's outrageous.
It is unbelievable.
It's outrageous.
Good, yeah.
After years, I'd say like maybe in total we're talking like weeks of just being fed like misery, horror, gloom, injustice. This show is now giving us the goodies. It's giving us the treat. It's saying it's payback time.
This is a different league now. Even, you know, we talked last week about the moving from 3 or 4 stories to 6 or 7 lines, or whatever. It was the same again this week. And at the start, when they showed, you know, everything that happened the previous week, I thought they're going to continue that approach.
Yeah, it really feels like the kind of the plan, the whole narrative plan is kind of coming together now. And it's the reason that they're showing us all these different strands of the story. Where before they go, oh, we'll go off, we'll look at these 3 stories, and then we'll look at these 3 stories the following week.
Yeah.
But they want to give us a little bit of everything. That's Bran. Do you remember him?
I do remember him, yeah.
Shut up. Sorry. Bran is back.
So I know we have talked about it, but the that whole scene, Horridor talking.
Yeah, that whole flashback thing. I mean, like Bran in general, we didn't see him at all in last season. Didn't see him last week, but we see him here, and we see now he's now a young man. You know, he was a boy when we left him. He's now a young man, and there's obviously some kind of initiation thing that he's going through, where he's been brought back to look at the backstory, and that obviously gives him some kind of great understanding of events or something, and he's got special powers. So that's probably just going to be a thing that kind of runs through the season now, and it's going to bring all the viewers up to speed on what happened before we joined the show. You know,
it's great potential then for more story, like for more, you know,
history,
but it could flash back completely, couldn't it? Really?
Yeah, and it'll explain things to us now. A little. So, but it was cool. It was really interesting, and you know, Lyanna Targaryen. You see her coming in on a horse. Like, obviously, she's going to be some kind of key character.
Yeah,
you know. And see Hodor talking.
Yeah. I thought it was really intriguing that that the Hodor and the auntie, the way she was mentioned. I just thought there's great scope. Yeah. For loads of little storylines to come out of that.
You must be unshaved.
Right, I think we're going to see a little bit of a swing now in favour of the good guys. I think the good guys are going to have their day. Now, are there good guys in Game of Thrones? I don't know, but I think it's going to be a little bit of a move away from kind of bleakness and just everything going wrong and everyone being killed.
Christmas is coming, like
I think Christmas is coming. Not winter's coming, Christmas is coming.
Okay. It's funny though, when you say that, like, the Lannisters are nearly included in that. You know, Jaime and Cersei and the son, you kind of... Because that priest is such a prick.
The High Sparrow.
The High Sparrow. Like, I want to hear the knife going through him, you know, and I want to see it as well.
That was a great scene, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jaime and him.
Yeah.
A super scene. It was just, the tension was fantastic.
It was,
It was absolutely brilliant. And it was kind of, I think it was one of the first episodes where we've kind of seen that the High Sparrow. Okay, you're actually a psychopath. Before we just thought you were kind of a religious nutter, a religious fundamentalist. So it is like, it's an amazing thing that we now have sympathy. We're now rooting for the fucking Lannisters.
Yeah.
Like, Luis J. Gomez on Twitter. At Luis J. Gomez, if you want to get in touch with him or follow him, as they say on Twitter. How good was the ending of # Game of Thrones tonight? ? I completely forgot that I watched a baby die earlier in the episode.
Send for Lady Waldo and the baby.
Yeah, I know that whole scene. I found I had to look away at one point, and I looked. I mean, I knew that Ramsay Bolton played brilliantly by Ewan Rion, the Welsh actor called Rion. Like he's playing a blinder with it. He's having a lot of fun with it too. I knew he's going to kill Roose Bolton. That wasn't. We were talking.
You
about
said
that
it last week. You did. You called
it was kind of obvious.
Thing.
Like you know,
it's going to happen.
Okay, right. So you're feeding your first girlfriend's corpse to the dogs. You're probably thinking nothing of killing your dad. In fairness, you know.
Yeah.
So okay. So when he sticks the knife in, I'm like, yeah, okay, kind of saw it coming. But when he does that, and then he says to the maester, send for Lady Walda and the baby, I'm like, I don't believe this. I don't believe
But
this.
you knew it though. I knew it even before he said it.
He comes down and you know, Lady Walda comes along with the baby and he turns around and he goes, there he is. Oh my God almighty.
Yeah.
And then he says, may I hold him?
But it was beautiful.
It was
to
so
hand the baby back then.
It was so excellent.
Yeah.
It was so excellent.
Follow me, mother.
Why did you call her mother? Did you follow my mother? What's that about? Why did you say follow my mother?
Because she is a stepmother. She's her dad's the new wife.
Where's no bolt?
But when I heard the dogs barking, right, and I thought, yeah.
When was this now?
When he brought inside, you heard the dogs barking. I thought, yeah, this is perfect because he doesn't need to get his hands dirty here, and there'll be no evidence left of what he's just after doing.
Yeah, it's still pretty grim stuff.
Oh, sorry, it's unbelievably. But that's so he can nearly be guilt free. He's letting the dogs do it, you know. His character, no.
Yeah,
no.
I think he's pretty much done it. You know, it's like
it's
like that sort of, you know, the National Rifle Association argument. You know, guns didn't kill those people. People killed people. Yeah, you know, guns played a big part, and the people played a big part. But unbelievable scene, and just the menace it was dripping with. He's become, I think, probably one of the greatest bad guys in all history.
Well, I have never seen somebody set dogs on a baby.
He's
and
just.
the mother. I mean, and they're serious
He's
dogs.
so dastardly, like he is. Like, forget Gargamel and the Smurfs. Like, this guy is like this guy's the real deal, you know. And nobody is safe. And he says there's no scruples involved. There's no honour involved, you know. So
he's pretty disgusting, like, really.
And knowing Game of Thrones, it probably means he's going to be like the second last person to survive.
But you want him there. I actually thought about that though. I want him in there as much. I want to be able to hate him.
Yeah, it needs the panto villain,
yeah.
which is what he is.
Yeah.
Like, this is very, very
with bells on. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as he bloody gets his comeuppance,
he is
I'm
going
happy.
to.
I prefer being an only child.
Oh my God.
You see, there, you know, we talked about
one thing about this show, it's like, even though, as I said, they are giving us the goodies, there's something about this show that it just has you on edge completely, because you're like...
But you know the way you were kind of saying, in past seasons there was too much of the gratuitous violence. Still, you would love to see him get it, and you want to see it on the screen to make sure he's dead.
Yeah,
true.
True.
You like,
true.
You know,
yeah, I mean, Joffrey, who, as I said, is now my, my favourite after, you know, the era of Ramsay Bolton. Joffrey, his ending was still too easy. Like, he just drank a bit of poison, choked. Like, so all juiced up. And then, of course, outside the walls of Winterfell, we have Sansa, Theon, Brienne, and Podrick heading north to the Wall.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about you, but why the feck are you stopping for a bloody campfire sing-along and a sandwich? Why? Just keep going. You can sleep all week and, like, you know, and toast marshmallows for all I care once you get to the bloody the wall.
Yeah.
But why are you stopping? Ramsay bloody Bolton and his bloody hounds and his horrible soldiers with crossbows are after you.
Yeah.
They're
no,
after,
I'd agree
like,
with you, yeah.
Let's talk about Tyrion. Now, I want a mug that either says, that is what I do, I drink and I know stuff. Or a mug that says, if I ever have an idea like that again, punch me in the face, okay? He just, two of the most brilliant lines he's ever said. And he always has great lines, but those two lines alone were just gold.
And I called it last week again. The Prophet, didn't I say Tyrion was going to go down into the dungeons? You don't remember, of course?
I think it was me who said that, actually.
That's absolutely not the case.
I think it was me who said that. I said Tyrion's going to release it. Okay, we can watch it back
we can get
online.
that back, yeah.
I said, did I not say Tyrion was going to go down and release the dragons to go and find find Dany? No?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
You categorically did not now. That was twice now. Jon Snow, which everybody got except you. And number 2, the dragons. I thought, yeah, I'm bang on there. I know where they're going.
Okay, so what are they going to do now?
Which part? I mean...
What are the dragons going to do now? If you know everything, tell us what the dragons are going to do now.
You see, I actually don't know if the dragons are going to leave straight away because they seem a bit... They didn't go to try and leave when he took the chains off there.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay, I know it was very late at night and we'd had a lot of popcorn and everything, we're all a bit excited and everything, but you may remember somebody saying, those dragons haven't eaten since they last saw
Yeah, I do remember, and they looked a bit frail,
So they're probably a bit hungry.
Yeah, how come they go to eat straight away?
So they need their mother in order to eat, and they're very hungry. You know, so you know.
What do you mean they need their mother
A plus
in order
B
to
equals
eat?
C. So what's going to happen?
Well, what do you mean they need their mother to eat?
They haven't eaten since they last saw their mother.
They were the two that used to be out eating people all the time anyway. They didn't really ask.
They're going to take off those 2 dragons, and they're going to say, "Where the hell is our mother? We want to eat."
Yeah, well, that's what I called last week. I said that last week. That is exactly what is going to happen. Oh, now, look. I mean, this is going to get tense here. You know I did. We'll rewind it back now. Go on, anyway.
Anyway, it was a great scene.
Yeah.
Fan theories going mad again. Tyrion must have some dragon's blood as well. Maybe he's related to Dany as well because he was able to tame the dragons and they didn't eat him. So maybe he's got... Yeah, so... Okay.
I thought the intelligence thing was a good way to...
Yeah, maybe the fact that he was kind of small and unthreatening too. You know, but it was a great scene.
Don't eat me, he said. He said something like, I'm here to help, I'm your friend, don't eat me.
Yeah, it was something like, don't eat the helper or something.
Don't eat the help.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Very good, yeah.
Really good, really good.
Yeah, all of that. Sure, he's brilliant. You want more of him every time you see him.
What? Woo! I told you! The big story, which is Jon Snow, is not dead.
I told you.
You did, in fairness to you. I think I was the only person actually... I had a look at Twitter this morning after after watching the show, and I think I probably am actually the only person on the planet who thought, no, this show is mean and bad enough to just keep him dead. You know, they're not going to bring him back to life because the writers of Game of Thrones love doing that. They love sticking knives into us, never mind their characters.
Yeah.
So, so when I saw at the end of the show today, really great scene, that lovely kind of atmospheric torchlit indoor scene at night time. Well, of course, for me the big story is that Melisandre is back.
Yeah,
you know, she's back.
I'd say you were chuffed to
back
see
to her
her
old self.
there.
That for me is the big story.
Yeah.
You know? So, and I thought it was a really great scene to see Sir Davos, played by Liam Cunningham, of course, who has always hated Melisandre, always hated her, always been suspicious of her, never liked the black magic thing, very earthy, down to earth kind of character, and to see him suddenly becoming your cheerleader and saying, you know, come on, you can do this, we need you, you know. So it's amazing how that whole situation has turned and changed completely.
Yeah.
And then we have the whole scene inside, and Melisandre, of course, is now completely sapped of confidence, real crisis of faith, and to see her washing Jon Snow's taut, manly torso.
Yeah, just like ours. Yeah.
I'd be more like Jaime Lannister now myself. You know,
I'm definitely like him. Yeah.
Or Oberyn Martell. I think I kind of have a bit of that going on, but it's not about me. This. So we have the whole thing, and then they all think, oh, this hasn't worked, and you know, Lord of Light me whole, and all that kind of stuff, and they walk out, and when you see Davos walking out and closing the door behind him, and the camera kind of lingering inside, you go, here we go, here we go. And I was going, okay, what are they going to do? Can they give us some kind of pissy little, you know, flicker of an eyelid just before it goes to like closing credits or something wanky like that? But they didn't. They went full hug, and you see the direwolf come alive, and well, not come alive, but sort of wake up and look at Jon Snow, and you're like, oh, here we go. Something. And he opens his eyes again. You know, there has to be every time you bring someone back from the dead, there's a payoff. There's a catch, you know. There has to be. You know, it's like it's one of the oldest plot devices in the, you know, in terms of the written language. This story is kind of sort of you know, Faustian kind of story. You know, if you get a big power, there's a trade-off, there's a catch. It's like you know, the Midas touch, all that kind of stuff. You know, so that's going to be interesting to see. But it also means that, you know, maybe Melisandre's prophecy is going to.
Yeah, well,
maybe
it does
she
suggest that.
Maybe he is going to be fighting at Winterfell. It's kind of torturous because now we have to wait 7 bloody days to see what's going to happen.
They need to just have the whole thing on demand. But anyway,
Yes!
If you have a look online, there are in the weird and wonderful world that is the internet. There are some very interesting fan theories about Jon Snow. His lineage is actually makes him related to Daenerys. You know Daenerys, the dragon mother, Khaleesi.
yes.
He's actually related to her, according to some fans. There's a fan theory. Do you remember during this episode when we got to Bran and Bran was back in time at Winterfell looking at his dad and his aunt.
The aunt thing was interesting.
Yeah. Now her name is Lyanna.
Okay.
And there was a massive war that happened before the very start of Game of Thrones that was started after she was kidnapped by Daenerys' father. Daenerys' father kidnapped Lyanna Stark, and this started a huge war, and it ended with Robert Baratheon becoming the king, and it's all very complicated, it's all very convoluted, it's all very but the big theory is that Jon Snow is actually Lyanna Stark's child. The father was the Targaryen guy. So it means that...
Father was the Targaryen and not...
So it means that he's actually got dragon blood, Jon Snow, and it means that he's related to Daenerys. Now, I don't know if it makes him a cousin or a nephew, I'm not entirely sure. But,
dragon blood.
Oh man, I'm serious.
No, that's pretty cool.
No, a lot of people are saying that.
But so then Stark isn't his father then? That's what you're saying?
No, it means that when Ned Stark came back from the war against fighting the Targaryens, he took the child because the mother and father had been killed in the war. So he adopted the child. But of course he had to keep it a secret, so he just said, oh, this is a bastard of mine. I had a relationship with a whore when I was there. And didn't say anything. That's the fan theory.
Yeah, it's a pretty good fan theory.
It is a big fan theory.
Yeah.
And whether or not it's going to get a bit of momentum as the season goes on, it's very interesting to see.